Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions. I'm Marianne. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing what I would call an impromptu video. I did get all of the astrological readings out for the general readings for October, and it took up through the mid-month, but then as I was saying, anytime you watch my videos is perfectly okay, and there were important energies that will last far longer than October, meaning the eclipses, both in Pisces and Libra. And then, of course, this incredible full moon that we had yesterday, the last supermoon in Aries. And I'm going to title this video The Aftermath. And I mean, it was yesterday and the moon is now in Taurus, so it's legitimately after. But once again, the energies can last quite a long time, month or more. And Aries, the fire energy of Aries, the warrior, the leader, the first zodiac sign in astrology that leads our way, you know, starting with the cardinal aspect and bringing in the spring, right? The beginning of astrology as far as the zodiac is concerned, which is in March. But yeah, no, I wanted to just really kind of discuss with you a couple of things, if I may, and hopefully get some feedback from you. If you're new, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that. And hopefully you'll resonate and like what you're hearing, and you might gain some insight about things. That would be my intention for you. And then if you're coming back, thank you also so very much. Let me please put out a special thank you for those that are subscribing and liking and thumbs up and sharing is essential for my channel and all channels on YouTube. Anytime I watch a reader, that's the first thing I do, because I tend to forget, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I wanted to acknowledge and give that support, and it's all free, so it's really fantastic. I was thinking I wish I were doing live. I'm not doing that yet. I have some more instruments I need to get to make that happen, and then I guess you would see me versus not seeing me. But you know, the channel that I had for just under 3 years before I had to stop due to health issues, I was being seen, and you know, I'm just trying a new format and seeing what sticks, as it were, you know, like spaghetti on the wall. And I'm also doing editing, and I don't mean with the software. I'm just personally doing editing of things that I want to be as streamlined for you as possible. I am a talker. I do tend to get quite detailed. If you want to look back at your particular sign reading and you missed it, please do so. I like to mention a lot about the characteristics of each sign, and I won't do that every month. But this full moon, it's been a series in the last almost 18 months. The last series, or the last aspect of the eclipse series, which is the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra, will be a total of 18 months. And then we go on to the next series, which is going to be North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Mind you, if this is brand spanking new to you, the eclipses are represented by the nodes. They're these placements, if you will, in the solar system that affect us, as do the planets. The north is how we're looking forward in our lives, which kind of makes sense. The south is the part of us and the personality traits and the aspects we would like to release. And that's what the eclipses do. They tend to really help guide us, and they take months sometimes to unravel and to finish the storyline or guide us in the direction that is best for us. Now, once again, and I've mentioned it on my readings, I'll say it again, the Aries Libra eclipse and the polarity there has everything to do with relationships. So I do readings in person where I work as a massage therapist, and I've been doing them, and this week alone they were all about relationships, and that's not normally the case. I guess younger people, I would say, yes, they do want to know about that, especially when they're in them, or the possibility of future relationships. But as a whole, no, it's usually general readings of certain questions pertaining to things, and they were all about relationships. And yes, I will also say that the possibility of the ending of relationships, of course, is there. The fiery aspect and the truth being revealed with, well, we're in Libra season for the next, what is it? Today's the 18th. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I apologize. The moon was on the 17th, the full moon, and today's the 18th. So on the 22nd, we go into Scorpio. But Venus just moved out of Scorpio, which is not a pleasant place for it. And it was very much about passion, yes, but depth and really, really going deep. The moon represents our internal feelings. It's the feminine part of us. We have the feminine and the masculine in all of us, no matter what gender, okay? So there's always that moon. It's the mother. It's, you know, Cancer being ruled by the moon doesn't mean that all Cancers are women. No, it's that nurturing side to us, that sensitive side. But Scorpio is intense and they are very passionate, but it's kind of it's a more intense feeling. And then yesterday with the full moon, we had Sagittarius, Venus going to Sagittarius, and that's a far different feeling. It works very positively for most of the signs. And, you know, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the benevolent planet that brings luck and fortune and expands things and helps things to grow, for better or worse, okay? So you watch your waistline, you watch your, you know, how much you're eating and drinking and so forth, because, yeah, that tends to be something that can come from Venus in Sagittarius. They have a lot of friends, a lot of fun, they love travel, they love good food, and all of that. Parties are probably prevalent because I know a lot of Sagittarians that get along extremely well with air signs, which, like I said, we're in the Libra season, so I'm sure they're having many celebrations. And then they also get along really well with Scorpio. So there's that watery intensity, and I don't know. All I know is that I really felt the full moon. However, not the way I feel, and I even mentioned this in other videos, not the way I feel that a lot of the channels were showing, this kind of doom, gloom, fearful, flee for your life kind of feeling. I mean, it has the capacity. Every moment in our life has that. We could be having the most incredible time, and then something comes up out of nowhere that we don't expect. And, you know, it can totally put a kibosh on what was happening. And yeah, so there is that percentage of that happening. I personally I remove myself from any situation that might create that sort of an outcome. And that's one really good, surefire way to create yourself a little bit more of a protection and security in that way. But I generally, on the whole, don't find the negative that so many other, you know, readers and speakers think about. And maybe it's just me, I don't think so. And Aries can be a very positive, you know, sign. And yes, it's ruled by Mars. And yes, it's the warrior planet. And yes, it's about war. And yes, that does exist. But it can be such a great influencer of us wanting to take our strength back and get our confidence back and be that leader we know we can be. Now, I'm wearing red because that's the predominant energy that associates with fire signs in general, right? And then any Aries I've ever known, I have an Aries moon, they look amazing in red. You know, we just take on that kind of energy with colors. And I've told you how much I'm fascinated by the energy of color, and I wear a lot of color a lot of times, predominantly purple. So I'm wearing that in honor of the Aries moon. But for me, oh, and also, as I said, I always like to add now, especially in my new format, the guidance of the chakras, because they are the energy centers within our body, and they run from the root chakra to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, the crown, and upward. And it's essential that we recognize and feel them and sit with them. And if they're feeling off balance, do a meditation, you know, carry the crystal that's affiliated with that particular chakra to help us strengthen and, you know, protect and improve and be our whole best selves. And so I'm wearing for you and everybody that's an Aries, but also because of the Aries moon, this wonderful gift that I got. I shared it yesterday in my last reading for Pisces. And it is such a cool gift. It is a necklace that comes with both the brown and the black necklace. It opens up, and then I put in the red jasper, which is of course the fiery, passionate root chakra. And it comes with all the other crystals that represent each chakra. So it's one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. And my birthday was a week or so ago, and it's just so fun. And I wanted to share that and maybe invite you to look and see. I don't know where it came from, but I'm pretty sure it was online. So that's the actual, I don't know what you call that, the title, I guess, the logo. And yeah, so the root is super important when you're dealing with this extra energy, you know, and making sure you do stay grounded and you do feel confident. But what it reads right here is for the root, because the cards came with this gift as well. It is a grounded, healthy, and strong chakra. Red jasper is speaking of, I am healthy, strong, and stable. And when you feel that way, it doesn't matter what you hear. It doesn't matter how strong the energy is from the moon. And it truly is. I mean, I felt it so strongly. I was sitting at home, feeling good, had a nice day at work, grounded myself, did my meditations ahead of time in the day, in the morning, which I always do to kind of set the pace. And man, I felt it. And then I walked out to see it. And then I even got a picture from my son's girlfriend. It's phenomenal. It's just, well, it's like I said, the last super moon, so it's closer to the earth. But to be able to feel it like that, it just shows you, as a child, I'd look up and I was mesmerized, you know, before I got into astrology or whatever. But I've been doing that since 12. I was introduced when I was 12 to astrology. So it's been a lot of years, but it affects the tides. It affects our cycles as women, you know. So what I want to do also for you, though, just because this is just came to me to have this reading, is pick a card for every single zodiac sign, okay, and just see what the influences is for the aftermath today, and see if you can resonate and feel that as well. And then, like I said, please do like and subscribe and share with me, comment. I love to chat with you and to respond and to get to know everybody better, and to start a community that you can rely on, and you know I'll be here for you. And I'll be doing, you know, November readings. And I'm going to be using today, because I'm switching decks. I have a lot of them, so I like to switch decks as I do different things. This is a great deck I got as well, and I actually saw another reader using it. I think it was yesterday or something. And it is the beautiful Intuitive Goddess deck. The Intuitive, Night Goddess deck. Comes in a nice, really sturdy box. Has the, you know, handbook guidance in it. And so let's just go along quickly here. And I'm heading off to do another massage. And I'm going to make sure that they're, facing the right way. So we'll start with Aries. And we'll go down the whole route. And for you, beautiful Aries, with this full moon that can create such miraculous transformations, energy in relationships, whether it's beginning, middle, or end, and know that if it is ending, it's always for the highest good. It doesn't feel like it at the beginning. I don't know anybody that has not experienced that in their life. Although many people are able to keep their relationships going, it's a small percentage, but I love and appreciate that aspect because it seems so unreachable to me at times, you know. It's just not, it's fabulous. I admire you. I really, truly do. But just know it's a gateway and an opening to something new and even probably way better. So Aries, for you, right off the bat, we've got the Ten of Cups. Wow. Well, that's what I'm talking about. This is the ultimate. This is the energy of the cups, which is water. So there's a lot of emotion. And the 10 is the ultimate. So it is about love, absolutely, but it's about family. It's about love of self, which is extremely important to be the best you can for other people. It is definitely about fulfilling your wishes and your dreams and making sure that your cups are full, you know, in every way. So what a beautiful message for the aftermath of the full moon for Aries. Okay. And I do want to say to you that I didn't, that I absolutely felt emotional. There's no getting around. I mean, it made me, it was a happy, but it was also, okay, I'm going to be very, very transparent. I have not said this out loud to anybody, and it's okay. But yes, it had to do with love and where I've been and really thinking about it, because things changed in my life that I never saw. And, you know, I love so many things. So I'm a Libra, for heaven's sakes. I find love in the animals and the plants and the food I eat and the clothes I wear and the job and the clients and all the things I can. But actual relationship, not for a long time. And it just kind of hit me. So that might be the part that I mentioned as far as the emotion that the moons can create, right? They do. But then also feeling like, okay, we got this. I've got this, and I'm open to what the universe wants for me. I don't say no anymore. You know, I did go through that phase as well. I just want to encourage everybody to know that we're all worthy of love in all capacities. So then the next will be Taurus, and the moon did go into Taurus today. And for you, beautiful Taurus, ruled by Venus, you've got the 10 of Swords. Now, it can be an anonymous card, and it is the representation of the air element, which is the Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And we had Gemini, actually Jupiter went retrograde, which is in the sign of Gemini, on October 9th. And it will be there through, I believe, February. It happens every year. It doesn't mean that you won't have fulfillment and you won't feel the beauty and the wonder of Jupiter. It'll be more introspective. You'll be really, really reviewing things. No doubt your relationships, because you're ruled by Venus, and this is very important for you. The 10 of Swords means it's the end of a cycle, the end of feeling like you're doom and gloom, and that, you know, you pretty much were at the end of your rope, if you will, and you know that the only way is up, right? Like I say, I figure whenever I'm down and out, the only way is up. So that's what's happening for you, Taurus. And then we move on to Gemini. And what we have is the 7 of Cups. So, nothing unusual for you, right, Gemini? Mercury rolled, also an air sign, as I said, with Jupiter in your sign, although retrograde, not a problem. It still can be very beneficial for you. You have a lot of options. You've got a lot of cups to pick from. And the idea here is to make sure that you're making sure it's what you want, you know, and not too much. Less is more. And I know how Geminis are. They're just like, I want this and that, and I'll take that as well. Why not? I will say that this Venus in Sagittarius is particularly good for you. That's your polar opposition. You're probably feeling that. So be prepared for invitations and all sorts of changes coming up that'll fill your cups, okay? Then the next is going to be for Cancer. And you have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, that's the fire. That's the beginning. That is the sensuality and, yes, sexuality too. The card that people refer to as the passion card, but passion about whatever. Yes, a person, a new relationship, a new idea, a new work partner, a new job, a new offer, you know, just feeling that vibrancy that this full moon is going to put a light on for you, okay? By the new moon in November, we'll get to next month, you'll have some real interesting new transitions happening for you. So then we go into the sign of Leo, very, very conducive to the fiery aspect of Aries, works very well. It's known as a trine. And okay, revolution. Woo! What a is this now? What would this be? Forgive me, because let me just check real quick for you, because revolution, I'm looking and thinking it's as far as the Rider-Waite, it has a different take on it. So I know a couple of them, but I have not remembered pulling this before. So bear with me 1 second, please. And we'll get this. And it's, what is it again? It's 16. Okay, what is 16? What is 16 in the Major Arcana? It is a Major Arcana, and that says something right off the bat. That's really good for you. So, it's 15 and 16. Reclamation. The Tower. Oh, wow. And I didn't even see that because this depiction is gorgeous, but I really didn't visualize that. So, complete change. Amazing change. Leo, you probably actually created this. And I think that it's something that you've been wanting and looking forward to, and you waited, and now this full moon made sure that you saw exactly what you needed to do and how to go about doing it. And now you've got this new opportunity, or this new attitude, if you will. It could be so many different things, but never be afraid of the Tower, because that's how we get places in life. Changes are happening all the time. I like that a lot for you, Leo, and trust in your strength, because you are known as the strength. You're ruled by the sun, for heaven's sakes. Moving on to Virgo. The card we have is the 9 of Pentacles. Virgo, that's you, that's the Pentacles. But the 9 is that independence. You feel incredibly proud and happy of what you've accomplished. You did it yourself. Yeah, we have help, and you can always ask for it. Not something Virgos usually like to do, but you're sitting pretty right now. And you know what? It's harvest time, so you're just 1 pentacle away from the 10 of Pentacles. So this full moon has some very, very beautiful, beneficial energies for you. Now, moving along, we have then Libra. And Libra had that incredible, new moon in Pisces, and this is so perfect. I'm sorry to say Pisces. Pisces was the one before your eclipse. And then Libra, and look what you've got. You've got you. Justice. I don't know what that pertains to. It could have something to do with court cases. You'll get them. They'll be in your favor. You've waited. This is time. It's all about timing. It's all about cycles. And it is your birthday season. So with Venus as your ruling planet, and now in Sagittarius, I feel very positive in a lot of ways. Things are going to be more balanced. You're going to understand that, your time is here, and you deserve it, and you're feeling really good about it. Okay, so that's excellent for you, Libras. Then we have Scorpio. And Scorpio, 8 of Wands. Wow, power, 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 power. Well, you're a powerful sign anyway. You are what we know is known as the big transformer, because you just go deep inside, and you're like that phoenix. You're continuously changing yourself and making yourself, relative, and you're a fixed sign, so you're very determined in anything that you do. There is that intensity. You're highly intelligent. You're super intuitive, very capable of feeling and understanding the changing of energy, the moon, that really resonates with you. So 8 is the power number. You're getting some fast information coming through. This is a fire. Those are the wands, okay? Fired up and ready to make things happen. Love this new moon, or full moon, for that. Then we have, of course, Sagittarius. And this is an excellent moon for you, Sagittarius, as a fellow fire sign. And you have the 4 of Pentacles. There's your stability. The 4 walls that are going to be completely solid. And, you like to spend, you're a very generous sign. You're optimistic. People look to you. You're definitely about the truth. And right now you're just saying, you know what? I'm super comfortable. I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to definitely continue being generous, but I'm not going to go overboard. And I may be saving for something kind of special. Only you know what that is, right? But things are good. Things look solid. And you've worked for it, so you deserve it. And then we go on to Capricorn. And we had, last day for, what am I trying to say? Pluto in your sign until the 19th of November. So 8 of Pentacles, wow, mastering. You are a master and very much about success. You care deeply about your money and your root chakra and your earthly needs and wants, and you work hard for them, and you will see magically how you will get everything you want and then some, okay? 8 is definitely the power number. It is definitely about abundance. It's definitely about strength. And you've got that in spades. So, not spades, but, you know, pentacles. So, and it could be health. Health is improving as well. Then we have Aquarius, which Pluto will be going into for the next 20 years once it leaves Capricorn. And you have, I think oh, no, I did do two. You have the Mystic. Woohoo! Okay. The Magician. I say it's a Magician. Is it the Magician? Let me double check, because I don't want to make a mistake on this, and then I'll learn as I go along. Another one I had not pulled before. And I've done readings with these quite a bit. So, but it's a relatively new deck. Let's see what it says about the Mystic. That's 4. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is our teacher, our inner guide. You know, it's somebody who's knowledgeable. It's your higher power, but it could also be somebody in your life that's wanting to help you. Okay, Aquarius, so take heed and know and watch and listen for that mentor, that perfect, you know, guidance that can come your way and be the last part that can fulfill a dream and make things happen. It could be marriage. Believe it or not, it has to do with religious rite as well. Generally, they show somebody that would look like a priest or something, and they're uniting, you know, a couple. So talk of that perhaps. There's the 2 there. Couples, love. Well, like I said, the influence of Aries and the Libra is very much about relationships. So you've got the key to your kingdom and to your truest desires. I love that for you, Aquarius. And final, but not last but not least, as they say, is this card for Pisces. 7 of Wands. You are standing strong. You know what? You've got that fire in you, and people don't realize that about Pisces because you're a water sign, but you're a loving, incredible, mutable sign that can be very, very adaptable and very accommodating and very giving and very sacrificing. But right now, you're kind of turning the tables a little bit. You got Saturn in your sign still. Neptune for your imagination. That's just you're so incredibly creative and capable of all sorts of imaginational things. Is imaginational a word? Because I just made it up. But you're standing strong. You're defending whatever it is you feel like you need to be and do. And it might surprise people, but so be it. Okay? Stick strong to your boundaries. Know that you are right in anything you choose to do. And you'll be a much happier person. And that's the influences for every sign of this aftermath reading of the full moon in Aries. I hope you like it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. And I'll hopefully see you next month in November for the readings for all signs. Bye for now.